Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Gina, and in today's video we're going to unbox some plants. So I ordered more plants. So I told you guys that I was on the hunt for more Hoyas. Specifically, I'm looking for small leaf Hoyas, and it's not, I have a lot of small leaf Hoyas already in my collection, so finding new ones it's not that easy. But I think I found a couple. I'm not sure that these will stay small. Hopefully they will stay small, but if not, I mean, no big deal. They may become medium sized. But anyway, so these I found on Etsy, and it is very late. It's like 7 o'clock at night and they just arrived. So I was worried I was gonna not have enough light, but we managed, you know. It stays light later now, and so it just kind of works out. But yeah, lighting's a little different. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna break into this box, and there are 2 new Hoyas in this. And I believe one is rooted and one is not. So I've told you guys in the past many times that I do like to get my Hoyas, my Hoyas, basically just my Hoyas. I like to purchase them as unrooted cuttings because, for one, it's fun to grow them from tiny little babies to full-grown beautiful plants. And another reason I like that is because there's less chance of introducing pests into my collection, which is, that's always a good thing, to reduce that risk. So here, look at the cute little pink paper. So there, as I said, are 2 in here. So this is my unrooted, and then this is my rooted. So, well, this is kind of exciting. Okay, so this first one, and it has a little name tag on it. We'll break, it's got a nice little, what's that, like a little food container here. So this one here, this is called, oh, it's really cute. So this is called the Hoya Odorada. Odorada? Like odor. Odorada, and it's probably, I think I read that the flower is very fragrant, so maybe that's why they called it Odorada. Trying to get my lighting good here for you guys so you can see. So it's a nice smooth leaf, no fuzziness to it, just a shiny, pretty green and pointed leaf. Little Hoya. So now the 2 Hoyas I chose here. This one I chose mainly for the flower. And I'm gonna put a picture up here of what that flower looks like. It's just a very cool white flower, and the growth pattern, like how the flower comes out, reminds me a lot of Hoya discipulae. It's different. It's not like a round rosette cluster of flowers, but it's more like discipulae. Just really cool. So that's the first one, Odorada. Cute. Okay, now the second one. This one, oh, here, the name is here. This one is rooted. Oh my gosh, it is really adorable. It's really adorable. So when I bought this one, it was like, it wasn't a cutting, it was like, you get the plant in the photo is the plant you get. So look at how cute. Isn't that darling? Okay, so now this one is called the Hoya Carnosa Halliana. And so it's a Carnosa, so it's very similar. It looks a lot like the Hoya Crimson Queen, which I have a Hoya Crimson Queen. It has the variegation on the outside of the leaves, as you can see. However, hopefully you can see, like, the shape of the leaf is different, so it's kind of crinkly or ruffled. It just kind of has like a ruffled look to it. I don't know. I thought it was so cool looking. I love the Hoya Crimson Queen and the Hoya Crimson Princess. I'm a big fan of, those. So when I saw this one, and the leaves don't get like super huge. I don't think they get as big as like the Crimson Queen. I'm looking at my Crimson Queen right now, in case you're wondering. I don't think they get as big as that. You know, if they stayed this size, I would be really happy. But, you know, if they get a little bigger, that's okay too. But it's really cool. It has a really cool shape to the leaves. So this one I purchased because of the leaves. So sometimes, like with Hoyas, I purchase them because of the flowers. Sometimes I purchase them because of the leaves. So this is a leaf purchase here, and this here is a flower purchase. So I am going to, look at this cup, is really cute that they put it in. It looks like it's just like two little, like little shot glasses type style, I think. Let's get our light back over here. We're slowly losing our light because it is now after 7 p.m. The mail does not typically take that long to get here, but for some reason, it took longer today. So it looks like it's just 2 cups. These are really cute cups. Really nice, like thick, sturdy cups. So this is rooted in moss. And I'm going to remove it from the moss, and we'll see how many roots are in this one here. But so I'm going to pot these up. So I already put together my little cups filled with soil. I just have to go grab them real quick. I will do that. I already have my mat. I am like so prepared. My little potting mat. And I'm just going to grab my pots. And I even have some rooting hormone for my little fresh cut. So here are my pots. So I pot, this is a mix of like Fox Farm Ocean Forest soil with some perlite added, and then also some orchid bark. So I'll put those right into, we're going to do our little cutting first because it's just so easy. So I'm going to just dip it into some rooting hormone real quick here. And I have the name on it already. So we'll just plop it right in there. And you stay down. The little leaves are pushing it up, wanting to push it like up out of the pot, which happens a lot. Okay, so there's the first one. And I will water those in. Now this one, the moss is pretty, well, let's see, it's pretty dry. So usually when you are removing moss from Hoyas, from Hoyas, it's usually works better if it's, I'm gonna go wet it, because it comes off easier when it's wet. So let me go do that real quick. Okay, it just makes it so much easier. And you can actually tell the difference between the roots and the moss when you wet it, because the moss turns like a darker color and then the roots are white. Hopefully the roots are white. White or green, and that's what these are. They look very healthy. So even when you moisten the moss, it can still be a little struggle to get the moss off the roots. I used to root all of my cuttings, all of my Hoyas, in moss, but I got tired of having to, like, before selling my plants, having to remove all this sphagnum moss. It's just an extra step, and then I would remove all the moss, and then I would put it into soil, and it's just an extra step that I'm happy to avoid. So now I just take my cuttings and I put them directly into soil. Soil works great if you have a nice, warm, humid, bright place to put them. Otherwise, if you're sticking your fresh cutting into soil and then trying to root it in ambient conditions, it's probably not gonna work. It might work depending on like how humid your ambient is, but in my case, where I live, my ambient is 30% or less. Like right now, it's a really hot day today. It was like in the 80s today, and we haven't turned our air conditioning on yet this year. So we have windows open so that super dry air is coming into the house. So I wouldn't be surprised if my ambient right now is like 20%. But typically it would be like 30%, 30% to 40%. And even that I don't think is high enough to get that plant to grow those roots. They really need that humidity. It's certainly warm enough. It is warm enough. It's like 80 degrees in our house right now. So, all right, so we see we're slowly getting all this moss off, and I'm not really concerned about getting, it doesn't all have to come off, but I try to get as much as I can off of it. I don't think, oh yeah, that was a little root. I did lose one little root, but we have lots of roots here, so that is nothing to worry about. All right, I think that's good enough. All right, so I'm going to pot this. Now my problem here is I've already filled my cup, and there's quite a bit of roots that need to go into this cup. So I need to somehow make like a little hole in here to shove all those roots into. That works. Now I am checking to make sure I don't see any pests, and I do not. It looks clear. Actually, I'm gonna go rinse it just to be extra safe. Gonna go rinse it real quick in the sink. All right, it looks really good. It's a really healthy plant here, and I also sprayed it with my little DIY pest spray just in case there's like a little mealybug or something hiding in there. I don't have issues with mealybugs, which is great, and I want to keep it that way. So I just sprayed it, and that spray it's mostly water, but I mix in like a cup of rubbing alcohol and peroxide and some Castile soap. It's a very popular like DIY pest spray that people use, and it works great. So that's what I sprayed this one with, and we should be good to go. So I'm going to slip it into this little hole here that I made. And that's it. That's done. So I am going to water these guys, And then I'm going to take them to the grow tent, which it's like after my grow tent lights turn off at like 7. Yeah, they go off at 7 o'clock. So the light is probably, Addison, what time is it?
7:17.
Yeah, 7:17. So the light is probably out. I don't know, we'll see. If the light is out, then I will show you these in the tent tomorrow. But hopefully it will still be on, so we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Either way, you're gonna take a little trip to the grow tent with me to see how these look in there. And I'll show you some other stuff too. All right, so this grow tent light stays on a little later than the other one. The other one is out, but I thought this one stayed on till like maybe 7:30, so we do have a little bit of time. So let me just show you. So here is where I place them, and really cute, right? So we have this is Hoya Odorada, and then this is the new Hoya Halliana. And so here is the one that the last one I think I unboxed with you guys. So this is the Hoya Carrii NS130664, looking good. And then this is the other more recent one. This is the Odorada. So I did end up chopping this one into like four cuttings. So this is a pot of 4 cuttings of the Odorada. So yeah, and oh, let me show you the Mathilde. You saw this recently in my small leaf Hoya video. Look how big those little baby leaves are getting. So one is not variegated and one is. So I'm hoping all the new leaves that come out, I'll get at least one that is variegated. Like I said in previous videos, is always, you never know. If you purchase just a cutting like that, you never know if if the new growth is gonna be reverted or if you are gonna still have some variegation. So this was like 50-50 here. Half has reverted and half has not. So, and I got lucky with this one also. So this here is the Argentea Princess. Hoya Argentea Princess. This was just a cutting, so one of the first leaves that came out was a solid green, but then it just started putting out all variegated leaves, and so excited about that. I love it, love this plant. Yeah, that one worked out well. Here's the little, I don't know if I think I just told you guys about this. This is a recent pickup. This is the Hoya Cumingiana intervariegated. I think I told you guys I was getting this one. Well, here it is. So technically I could chop it and make, I mean, that was a pretty big cutting they sent. So I could make like multiples, at least like 3. I could get like 3 cuttings out of this, but I'm just gonna leave it as it is. It's just gonna be one cutting, and I'm still super in love. This is currently my favorite Hoya in my collection, the Hoya manipurensis. Just so in love with this plant. If there are other plants similar to this out there, let me know. Or if you have any like recommendations for interesting smaller leaf Hoyas, I would love your suggestions. Yeah, let me know. Some small leaf Hoya that you are currently loving, maybe that you have in your collection, or that it's on your wish list, you want to add it to your collection. So eventually, this will be in my shop, the Halliana. This will be in my shop, the Odorada, the Carrii, the Odorada, all these. All these. Any new plants I add to my collection, eventually they will end up in my shop. And look at how cute we have. This is, what is this? Hoya Rebecca. Here's some Hoya Rebecca flowers. So cute. So adorable. Hoya Rebecca is a nice little small leaf Hoya. I don't know if that's focusing or not, but yeah, I guess that's it. We have lots of propagations going, as you can see. I've been doing so many propagations. Like, here's some Archiboldiana, elbow marginata, which I've never had in my shop, not yet. I made cuttings in the last, I made a ton of cuttings in the last 2 weeks. I made some more Caneggianas here, which is not a small leaf, but like a medium-sized leaf. But hopefully this is one that I have propagated in the past, and the propagations, and I can show you over here. This is Caneggiana back here, these back here. Those came out reverted. So I'm hoping these new ones I just made will not be reverted. You can see here, this is exciting. I did some Coriaceae choppings here. Coriaceae silver. Those will be in the shop eventually, and some more of the I can't remember the name. Campanulata Splash. Those will be in the shop. These are my pulls for this week's shop update, which by the time this video comes out, these will have already been listed in the shop. But that's my trays for stuff for sale. Yeah, lots of things growing, lots of excitement. It's the time of the year. Here's, look at all these discipulates. Don't think I pulled one of these discipulates here for this week's shop update. Coming soon though. Lots of fun stuff. Lots of fun stuff. All right, you guys, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, let me know if you have any recommendations for Hoyas for me to pick up. Small leaf preferably, but if they're larger leaf, that's okay too. But so yeah, thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.